Alright, got another video coming at you. This one's been put off for quite some time. I originally intended on making it some sort of video essay, but couldn't do it. Could not do it. So instead, this is kind of just going to become a exposition on problem I've discovered. That problem is the exploitation of an American icon, Bob Ross, as you can see here. Now, Bob, if you don't know, was an American painter, paints happy little clouds, trees, and he's, for whatever reason or another, became a hugely popular meme, and he's hugely popular with our generation. Netflix has 2 series of his shows on right now. We're just infatuated with Bob Ross. Instead of going over every reason why, I think it's more important to make a realization into how exploited Bob Ross has become. Now, I don't just mean having his shows on Netflix. Like, that's good. The real problem, I think, comes from the Bob Ross aesthetic and the overuse of it, because it is heavily overused. And the Bob Ross aesthetic is pretty easy. A lot of people now are using it for comedic gain. Original kind of satires of Bob Ross aesthetic were good. I think one of the best examples is the Dayvin Ross from Nuclear Family, where Steve Zaragoza played a Bob Ross type character.
Gregory's got a hard, fast squirt. He's been ready to go all day. Here we go. Gregory's eager to get out. Just like my son, Gregory, he wants to go outside. Not yet, I said. So here we go.
Now there's some other ones. Another one, Deadpool copied the aesthetic.
That's right. That feels good.
You Deadpool lovers out there might roast me for this one, but I didn't like the Deadpool ripoff of the aesthetic. It's almost like when you're using the Bob Ross aesthetic to just promote your own material or a studio's material, when you're trying to make money off of that, it just feels wrong. If it's for the sole purpose of entertainment or comedy, or kind of, lightheartedly remember goddamn camera just died. But where was that? Bizarre thing. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. It's called Queer Eye.
Bob Ross holds a big, gorgeous place in my heart and everyone's heart because he is the painter with the most. Some happy, happy little grass on the hills. Some happy grass. Happy grass.
Jonathan Van Ness playing Bob Ross, some whack thing on Netflix. I'm not even... Straight Talk Wireless, they kind of ripped off the Bob Ross aesthetic.
Of course, if that's too straightforward for you, try this.
Let's take a little on the 2-inch brush. Okay, let's go up in here.
Now the whole happy little village can cut their wireless bills in half.
Yeah, I like it.
The epic rap battle with Bob Ross.
I'm so glad you could join me today, so I could teach you how to feel some joy when you paint. You're a moody little genius, always so serious. I know, you must be on your blue period.
I don't have a problem with that. When Tenacious D was promoting their new album.
You want to get that? You know what I'm going for? I'm kind of going with, like, it's real short, but it's also real wide. It's got real girth. I like to think of it as a tuna can. Get some nice bulbous balls.
I think it was either their new album or their show. They ripped off the Bob Ross aesthetic, not in a funny way. And I like Tenacious D, and I don't think they were doing it solely for the purpose of money. I just think problem with that one was it's overplayed. It's overplayed so much. There's a really bizarre one. Can't quite remember what it's called. It was a commercial on Vice.
Flute is ready. It's time to tackle your first song. We'll give it a try together. Oh no, this one is way too hard.
But they ripped off the Bob Ross aesthetic for some weird product. But I just don't get it. It's not funny. I don't know why people don't see it anymore. The Bob Ross aesthetic has been used literally so many times. It's not original anymore, and it's ruined it, really. Just exploiting an icon to make money. Bob Ross didn't even make money off his shows. It was on PBS for free. He made money by selling his line of paints. He promoted his line of paints, but at the end of the day, you have to make money. He was a really good human being, and he was trying to bring the joy of painting into everybody's life. It didn't just have to be for, you know, the artsy types and whatnot. And people just slap the fucking advertisement on the Bob Ross aesthetic, and they think it's gonna be funny, and it's overused, it's overplayed. It's gotta stop. Does this look crackhead enough?